Good evening, everyone, and welcome. Thank you for joining in this session. This is a master class today. So we are going to discuss about the DevOps and the cloud. So basically, I choose AWS. So in this program, we are going to train you on the AWS combination of DevOps. So these two are two different things, two different ways, but the integratedly it is boom in the market right now. So we will be going to discuss about that. So what is it and why it is needed and why more jobs are available on this part, especially, and people are getting very high pay on this. So let's discuss about that. So before I'm going to start, let me introduce myself. I'm Arjun, working as a senior DevOps architect at Infosys. I hold 10 plus years of experience into the on-premises system administration and application support, and as well as into the DevOps automation. So coming to this part, into AWS DevOps in this program. So exact roadmap we'll be going to deliver in this program. Let's understand from the starting the agenda of today. So I will be going to give you few insights what that the types of people fit into the DevOps and understanding of DevOps market and right choice to go for IT future by choosing this DevOps as a career is a good or not. And job market and the DevOps in India and as well as abroad will check. And here the types of people. Basically, when I talk about this agenda, so in this four type of categories, there are three types of people will be there. So if you are like they do own research on the Google and they'll decide that okay, there is a DevOps is there, AWS cloud is there, that is boom in the market. So I have to choose, I have to go for it. So I can do a job on it like that. They will do their own research and they'll decide themselves that I want to learn the DevOps. Coming to second type of people suggested by friends or cousins, like in their relatives or in their friend circle. So they will suggest that, my friend, there is a DevOps, is a technology came or a cloud technology came into the market, and everyone is telling that is a very good. So we can also try and go there and try for a jobs like this. And third type of people is experienced from side people. So in this category, like people are already doing job at banking or IT sector, like in non-IT, and like a kind of support like Google Mappings and other email chat and some manual testing side also. So even testing side, we can call it as technical, but there is a non-technical thing also there, which they are just doing application testing, not into the code base side and into the tearing of the application. They're just doing it a UI side only, normal testing. So that is also comes under a support only. So there are many people who are working in these categories. So they will see inside the office the technical teams like developers, other DevOps engineers, cloud engineers like that, and they'll get influenced and they want to also move to the technical. So, but in these three categories, people are there like they're fearing of coding. Like if they are good at coding, they would go for data science, they would go for full stack like that. In that case, also few people are interested to be go in that, but they're finding it is too hard and they want something which is not including much into the coding, but we have to get into the job where I can get high pay and I want to gain a very good respect and very good position. So here is the perfect choice for you. So I will say not only DevOps, I'll say cloud and DevOps. Cloud means I can say three clouds. So AWS, Azure, and GCP. Three clouds are there in the market and three are boom. Let's understand why the cloud I am adding here. Cloud is a technology and DevOps is not a technology. It's just an actual method. So this method we're implementing on the cloud. So we have 24 cloud service providers in the market, but these three cloud service providers are boom in the market. AWS, Azure, nothing but Microsoft. GCP is nothing but Google. So these three. So among these three, I recommend AWS. Go for the AWS. And later you can go for Azure and GCP. It's good to you. So, but as a beginner, if you're going directly to Azure or GCP, you will find little hard, and as well as it will take some time to you understand. or what is from the scratch in terms of networking to the advanced level. So if you go with the AWS, so you'll get to know more subject actually, like a raw subject you will get. Azure and GCP is automated things where spoon feeding kind of thing. Every service is already built in an automated manner, and that we are going to be leverage and delivering the software applications. So let's talk about the cloud first, irrespective of any of the cloud service provider. Let's say Netflix application, or you can take any of the application. Among of you, one of the student, I will be going to select you as one business customer, let's say. So you have an idea that you want to start a company, like a betting application or a gaming application, entertainment application. So you can also try, right now, there is no application for short films. You can try an application for short films and you can release that into the OTT, like kind of OTT, a category. You have that good idea and you want to release into the market and want to gain the money. Obviously, everyone is doing business for money only, right? So what you will do, you will hire a developer who's very good at coding, like UI and backend also very good at coding. So you will be hire that developer and you will tell them like I have an idea. This is my outline and this is my requirement. So I want this application. So will you able to do? So I will give you money per hour or per day like this. You will deal with it. So once your deal done, developer will do a code or programming development in his computer, right? So we see a PC, a desktop, and laptop we'll call whatever. So actually, a laptop is nothing but a server. We every day listens. It is a server, right? It's a server actually. So here, your developer will be going to write the code and he will develop and he will test it here. Once the testing is done, he'll tell to the customer that, hey, I have developed my application. So you can check it out. So I will check if I'm satisfied. Then I'll go for the market. Like I can give Instagram Reels ad or YouTube ads or a Facebook ads and other Google ads I can give. So then the people can land into my landing page and they'll get to see that my application, what is it, right? So, but before that, so this server, a single server, or if I host this application from my laptop, it is not enough. It's my personal laptop. I can't keep that into my laptop and do a public, and the people are going to log into my application. When people are logging into my application, it will create lot of data. Where are you going to keep that? I need a specific separate server, right? So to keep those servers to run my application, I need a data centers like this. So in this data center, we'll be having servers, databases, and here we'll host our application and everyone can log in and then it will create the data and that data will be going to be stored here. So to connect this data center, we'll be using the internet service providers like DC and DIA. So data center and disaster recovery. Whenever my data center get crashed, I need a backup. For that, I will be maintaining one more data center. That is nothing but disaster recovery. Okay, two data centers. So in between, there should be connectivity and also my end users, like we are a users, right? Customers to log into the application. We also need to be logged into the application. So this connectivity is going to happen because of the internet. So this internet connectivity is done with the internet service providers who are Vodafone, Airtel, and Idea. So these are the companies who provides internet connectivity between the data centers also and the users also. Okay. So to maintaining this data center is the biggest headache to your customer. Let's say, let's take me as an example. If I want to maintain this data center, I need to hire network engineers and I need to hire electricians. I need to take this building lease and I need to set up everything. So it will be going to take at least 6 months to 1 year of time. So in this 1 year of time, so it's a very big time investment and the time. But right now, I want to release this application as soon as possible in just month. so I can get a good earnings. So there will be less competitors. So people will be going to land into my application. So this is an advantage, right? So I don't want to wait a long time. So what is the solution? The solution is the cloud now. That's how. Hey, cloud service providers came into the market, like first AWS. They're telling that why you are building your own data center, why you're getting headache of paying rent to your building, taking lease, hiring network engineers and all. I have already built a data centers across the world, like more than 100 acres, 50 acres across the world. So don't go for your own. You can create the same infrastructure. You can create the same thing on my data center, which I have created in each country, and utilize my services and pay accordingly. For example, in our case, if I maintain my own data center, if I create one server here, I have to buy the server. Like with the 50,000, 1 lakh rupees, I have to buy the server. And I got to know that after 2 days and 3 days, the server was not working. I really don't need it. So what can I do? I lose my money, right? So I don't want like this. I want in a rental purpose. Even in the rental purpose also, I want to go with the flexibility. Like if I took one server for 1 hour, I want to pay for 1 hour only. So this is a concept called pay as you go. Pay as you go. So this concept presented the all three clouds. The first cloud, which is invited from the AWS actually. AWS told this, I have multiple servers in different categories. You can take any of the server and do your testing, deployment, run your application. If you are using my server for 1 hour, pay for 1 hour only, like 50 rupees, 100 rupees, 30 rupees, whatever it might. According to the utilization of my resources, you can pay according. So that is pay as you go. So is it easy, right? Yes. But there is a one more gap we need to consider. Running my application in the data center. See, it's my own data center, right? I can call it as on premises. Like on premises means my own area, here my own building, my own servers. Everything is I'll be going to do administrative here. So that is why I call it as on premise. Running an application here, it is very secure because I have multiple firewalls, I have rules, everything I configured with the network. And internet service provider also giving me a lot of security. If I move the same application to the cloud, what benefits I'll get? Is it secure or not? So that's what we need to consider also. Okay. So moving application to the cloud, is it safer side or not? Okay. Actually, it is safe and it will having a lot of advantages. Let's say first one is a cost efficiency, scalability, collaboration and efficiently you can work, flexibility of work according to your application modules and delivery, and auto updates. And the foremost thing is security. Okay, in all three clouds, security is more. If I talk, security is more in the GCP and as well as Microsoft Azure. And right now, AWS is investing more on the security, more than Microsoft and as well as GCP. You can attend AWS invites, like there are multiple programs are going. You can attend them, so you'll get to know what AWS is doing. Okay, so that's why this is having a few benefits. Security is very good security rather than our on-premises also. Okay, so people are migrating to the cloud. So let's say here I have a short film OTT application. As we are into the conversation, right? So I don't want to be deploy this application on my own data center. So I want to move to the cloud side. Fine. Okay. If I move to the cloud side, let me take some images here to make it more clear. AWS cloud or any cloud can be. I'm not talking about only specific AWS. Let me remove this. Any cloud. You can take Azure, GCP, any cloud. So let's say this is my on-premises, for example, my physical data center. And I have application here, my application, which is my short film hosting application. This is. So this application, I want to move to the cloud side because I have a lot of benefits, right? That's how I'm going for cloud side. Okay, if I move this application to my cloud, yes, first one is budget friendly. I can go with pay as you go model. It is budget friendly. One more thing, security. And one more thing is auto update and scalability. If my application wants to be increased more in terms of traffic, okay, so I can increase my application efficiency actually. So this kind of benefits I have on the cloud. Okay, so when I created my application from my freelancer developer, so there will be a version for this application. Okay, so what is a version? A version will be like this: v1.1.23.0. So you can take this example in your real time or human life also. Right now, you can take an example of Netflix also. Now, Netflix, I think, having 16.31.0 something version. You can check it out. You can go to settings and there you can find the app settings. It will be showing the version. Okay. So application will be having this version when the application was ready and deployed and released into the market. We will following this version. I'll tell you why this version we have to give to the application also. So to identify our application and release and updates, we have to provide a version always. So this application with this version in my data center. So right now I'm moving to the cloud side. Yes, I have moved with the same version. I have multiple competitors in the market, right? Like we have Amazon Prime, we have Netflix, and we have AHA, we have Hotstar, we have other applications competing to my application. I don't know whether customers are going to log into my application, they'll take my subscription or not. If I won't make a UI very good, and if I not give any attractive offers. So that is business mind. So if we planned a new thing by taking this suggestion from the stakeholder, stakeholder is nothing but who is going to completely manage our business, our product in order to gain more profits. And he will be the person who will analyze failures and feedbacks, everything from the customer point of view. Okay. So we will, our nothing but our project leaders or owners, they'll be going to take those insights and they'll plan a new thing. Why can't we offer a new UI changes in the application? Because our competitors are giving good changes to the customers. So we need to grab our customers by showing the new things in application, new offer, new kind of design, new things, new developments, right? So already application working on the cloud with this version. So we need a development, right? We need a development. So when my application on the cloud, we need a development. So we needed developers. Let me take a developer. So he is my developer. So actually my application from the on-premises. So this is on-prem. Going to call it as data center, which is nothing but DC. So from here, this application is moved to here. Okay. So this is called migration. This is called migration. In our human life also, we call one place to another place. If you are moving, we call it as a migration. And there are also few types of migrations, right? So we will keep our luggage at Hyderabad and I'll move to the Bangalore. And few people will completely take their whole identity from the Bangalore and they will move to the Hyderabad. So there are partial migrations, complete migrations, and lift and shift migrations, kind of thing there in our human life also. Same way at application side also, we do migration from the on-premises to the cloud side. Yeah. When this application is moving to the cloud and this work, who will going to do this work? Yes. Since cloud came from the 2015, actually before 2015, cloud there already, but they are not, that is not into much implementation into the market. But after 2015, cloud is more into the implementation. Projects are onboarding on the cloud. Like cloud technology is star now. So everything is moving to the cloud side. My application is moving to the cloud side, and who will do this work? A cloud engineer. Okay, a cloud engineer need to be do this. So this is how the cloud engineer jobs are creating. So let's take an example. So I am the owner of this application, right? This ODT application. Now I want to move to the cloud side. I don't know. I'm a not technical person. I'm a business person. So I want to move to the cloud side. So what I'll do, I'll approach Cognizant, I'll approach TCS or Capgemini or any other startup company who works on the service based. I'll tell them that, hey, I have a project. So that is moving my application to the cloud side. That could be AWS, Azure, whatever. So because I'm not technical, I want to give you this project. So will you be able to do this? How many resources at your company right now? If I deploy the project at you, what is your quotation? So like this, I will be going to ask a TCS or a Capgemini Cognizant, and they will tell to me that, so on the bench, we have few freshers and we have few 2 years experience guys, and we have 5 years experience guys, and we have 7 years experience guys who can match your work. And for 7 years experience guy, will build this much and you can pay this much, and we are going to deliver your project in this 6 months of time period according to the complexity of the project. So this is how the dealing will happen between me and a service-based company. Okay, so that's how the jobs will be going to create here, and you will be going to work in Cognizant for my application for this migration. Okay, so I will be going to hire, like means you are going to be work for my application as a cloud engineer, L1, L2, L3, and monitoring. So a lot of jobs will be created here in this process according to the tech stack of the project and this application, how big application it is, how big infrastructure we need to be created, and how we need to be observed that. Okay. So here almost, let's take an example, 8 jobs are created. Okay. So that's how hiring will be good. So learning the cloud is always a best thing in your life. Even you are a developer, even you are a tester, even you are whatever. Okay, AI developer, data science, anything, everything is on the right now on the cloud. So the best thing to learn cloud is best. So my application is moved here, right? So my application will not be with this version always. We need new developments in it. So that's how we have a developers, right? So developers will do a continuous development according to the plan of how project managers gives. So they will do development. Okay. So that should be implemented. So that should be deployed in the application. Okay. So in previous time, if you observe a 5 years back or 3 years back, you can take it as a MedPlus or ICICI Bank example. So when developers done some changes, and those changes need to be deployed actually. So let's take this as a one change, and this change I need to be run inside my application so that it will be having a new feature. You can take it as an example, credit card, okay, or any application like net banking. So there is a new feature available on your net banking, and that should be updated in the application. Okay. So before this feature should be updated into the application, ICICI Bank is giving you a warning like at night 3 a.m. to 4 a.m. 4 a.m. we are in downtime, maintenance time. This is a warning you will get at the application, at the UI. Okay. So right now, nowadays, from last 3 years, from 2020, are you able to see this kind of warnings at any of the application? If you ask 99%, no, actually. So when you see this 3 a.m., 4 a.m. things kind of thing, that is an agile process. Okay. So yeah, if I want to deploy this feature into my application, that application need to be reflect to my end users, I need to take a downtime. Okay, I need to take a downtime. This is the process where manual works also involving manual work completely. Okay, so why can't I update automatically? And why can't I update testing, update delivery, deployment, and monitoring? So this is completely involving into the DevOps. Let's say when this change is done, so this change should be tested first. Okay, so I'll write here first the code, and then after test, sorry, first the code, then after build, then after test, then after deploy, then after monitor. Okay, so this process need to be done continuously. So this process is doing in a two ways. One is agile process, one is DevOps process. We'll understand that in more deeper in coming classes, what is agile process and DevOps process also. But right now, I'm telling you about the DevOps process. Like this process is going to be done in a loop manner. Okay, loop manner. So that means when my feature is available from the developer and that is need to be deployed here. So when it is going to deploy here, so this should be cross these stages. So it will be go code, build, test, deploy, and it will be deployed here. And then we will monitor this with our users. Are they using good or not? Is it perfect or not? Like this. If they are not finding good, what they will do, they will write a review on the Play Store, on the Google. And we also do the same kind of testing after it is deployed. If we found something wrong in it, we immediately need to be fixed. Otherwise, it will create a lot of problem in the application. So to fix that, again, this code should be come to the developer. And it has to go code, build, test, deploy, monitor, and again here. So at this time, this will be not 0, this will be a 1. That means we had a new change here, right? We had a new change here. And the same way, again, we need to do some more change development in the application. After 15 days, a new development happened through the developer, code, build, test, deploy, and monitor. So this is going to change to. So that's how every month, 2 times in your Play Store, every 15 days, you will get a update your application, Netflix application, or update your Android system also. Okay, so this is how you are getting the updates because of the DevOps. If you see, so this is the continuous loop is happening. So this is the logo of the DevOps. So my application is running on the cloud. For example, here. It's having v1.2.0. Okay. So this application should be deployed, created means it has to cross these phases like plan, code, build, test, release, deploy, operate, monitor. Okay. So then let me take my pen. Yeah. Then there is just some issue. Please go on mute. Yeah. So then again, new feature I want. So the new feature will be planned, code, build, test, release, deploy, deploy here. After deploy, there will be L1 engineers and monitoring system. They will going to monitor, operate and monitor. Okay. There we can see SRE and other application support teams in these areas. Okay. So then after 15 days, project managers came and they said a new feature we need to be implemented in the application in order to grow the business. So again, new feature. Okay. That will be go code, build, test, release, deploy. Again, it will be monitor, same thing. So this process, when it is go continuously, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 3.0, 4, 3.1 or 4.0 like this, your app version is going to change every time, every 15 days. In your Play Store, you can check whenever you're updating, developer write a description why they want an update your application. They will say security enhancement or a bug fixing, something they will say. Okay. So because of that, they want to update your application. So please download the application, they will say. That's how you will get the update on the Play Store. So this is happening because of the DevOps without no downtime. You no need to wait for new feature should be reflected in your application like before. So you no need to wait like 2 hours, 3 hours to be get reflected. You can directly download and update it. That's it. So this kind of things are happening because of the DevOps right now. Okay. So now if you observe, we need a cloud knowledge and we need a DevOps knowledge, right? So developer is going to develop the feature. Yes, developers is mandatory. That's how the jobs are there. And who will going to manage this on the cloud? After code, who will going to build, who will going to test, who will going to release, deploy, and operate and monitor? Who will be going to taking care of this action? DevOps engineer is going to take this kind of action. Okay. That's how development plus operational. DevOps is nothing but development plus operational. Okay, where developer do the code. From that point, we will be going to operate in application in order to make it successful application deploy in the production. So if you integrate security, that will be SecOps, DevSecOps. Okay, so learning DevOps is high demand. So applications are moving to the cloud. After move to the cloud side, we need to maintain this. There is no option. This is a method. There is no option. If I deploy my application in the cloud, I will be sit like back like that. No, your business is not going to done. Your business is not going to run. You have to do some updates. You have to run your business. You have to maintain your application. So this process is mandatory. So everywhere in every country, there is job needed on cloud and DevOps. Okay. So how in a year, in a financial year, how much the projects are going to create, that much hiring will be going to create. And this DevOps and cloud is equal to a AI developer. So that's how people are getting high pay on the DevOps jobs because developer they can find anywhere. But who will going to maintain this? So the engineer should know about the cloud. The engineer should know about this process. CI/CD nothing but the engineer should know about the production. The engineer should know about the infrastructure to be created. The engineer should know about the security. The engineer need to know about the migration and the on-premises. Who will going to know this many? Developer don't know actually. A tester don't know actually. A developer also don't know actually. Who will going to know this all these things? DevOps engineer. So that's how. So multiple variants a DevOps engineer is going to have. So that's how the jobs are very high. So there are a lot of rumors going on the market that DevOps is like this. We are finding hard. There is a coding. There is a no much hiring on it. Now try to understand: is every company is needed this process or not? Without this process, just show me a single company that not going to use this process and they are running their business. Even itself, AWS Cloud follow the same process in order to maintain the console for us. Even Microsoft also following agile methodology. Do you know? It is giving DevOps solutions for us, but Microsoft is following agile methodology. AWS is following both. GCP is following DevOps. IBM following agile. So like this. The own companies there itself, they're following agile and DevOps process. So infrastructure automation, automation engineer, DevOps automation engineers. So their own companies who was providing solutions only, they are also following the same process. We are not experiencing any server should be down in the AWS cloud, right? How it is happening? Because of the DevOps. Okay. So this process is everywhere. The jobs will create. So, but there is a new technology came. It's a FinOps, which concentrating on complete cost optimization. Okay. If you observe it 2019 to 2021, there's high paid jobs created on the DevOps because that time every application is digitalizing, adapting to the cloud side. And once they deploy it, they want to maintain, monitor, deploy it. So who needed? DevOps didn't need it. So no one not there over that time. So that's how they have given lot of pay to the DevOps. Okay. So because of that kind of high paid jobs, now there is a little bit surge happened, but it is already relieved. But still the rumors are going on. I don't know why. I'll let me clear you those things. Okay. So first question is many people is having DevOps is including coding or not. Like if you go on the any institute, if you ask uh, any your cousins also, they'll say DevOps is coding. At 2019-20, 19 and 2021, DevOps is a non-coding. That's why people are migrating. Now DevOps is coding. How come it will? I'll tell you. Coding and scripting different. Both are different. Coding and scripting. I'll tell you a best general life example. If I want to build a building, okay, what I need first? I need a brick, right? Sand brick. Yeah. So to create the brick, what I need a clay and water, right? Clay and water to create this brick. I'll be creating 2, 3 bricks like this. So this is coding. Creating a brick from the clay and water, like you have a multiple libraries and plugins, other dependencies like water, clay, and things. So you will combine them in a process and you'll create a new unique shape. Okay. So that is a unique thing. You are just inviting a new unique thing that should be developed. Okay. You can understand by a brick. This is coding. In application, you need to create a new option. You have to create a new automation. You have to go for a new connection. So new UI, new feature should be functional in it. So that is coding. For that, you need to put your brain and write some syntax of the code, bring the libraries, import them, run it, test it, then you'll get success. That is coding. But coming to scripting, so this kind of bricks are already built it a lot of libraries. We are taking these bricks and we are setting up in a sequence manner. If I keep these bricks in a sequence manner, this is going to be a wall. If I keep it is in a horizontal, it is be going to a floor. If I keep it into something else, it will be going to steps. Right. I am using these bricks in order to create some automation. That is scripting. Scripting is now if you ask ChatGPT, it will give you. No need to worry. That much easy. Scripting. So there is no hurdle for learning the scripting. There's some logics. That's it. Coding is different again. If the coding is there in the DevOps, then developer only DevOps can. The companies will not going to hire a DevOps engineers. So our DevOps guys need to be have a knowledge at the coding part because we are working on the applications on. Whenever developer complains something, whenever developer did something, sometimes he'll be into hurry or sometimes he don't know. He'll come to us to DevOps only. The only one point of contact DevOps guy only to clear lot of doubts in the one project in SDLC. So that's why DevOps engineer is getting high package because we will going to carry out this kind of roles and responsibilities. So I'll tell you more in detail what type of jobs available, how we can apply also, where we can check also, and what are the responsibilities this kind of job role will do, and in more detail of agile and DevOps also, like how the agile process works, how the DevOps process works. So in more detail in this program, okay? Scripting and coding. And will I get a calls if I apply on DevOps with a fresher or 1 year, 2 years of experience? Yes, obviously you'll get. Fresher is the key actually. There are multiple startup companies out there. Startup companies will hire freshers because they go for low budget. And if you go for service-based companies also like MNC companies, they uh, they also need it because will be available at very low package. Like the minimum package is 6 LPA in India. It relays. I'm not telling completely fixed for 6 LPA, they'll give 4 to 6 LPA. This is sure. If you show good skills and the interview, they'll pay you 3.5 to 6 LPA for fresher. Right now, the drive going on TCS, driving going on Capgemini, drive going on HCL. You can go and drive if you're already trained on the DevOps. Okay, and ask them first only to HR what is the package of the fresher. They'll tell you. Okay, so for experience, it's always high package according to the old package. Like, so you can actually seek for 100% hike if you're having 2, 3 years of experience in one company. Okay, so I'm open for question and answers. If you want to ask anything, you can just unmute and ask me.
Yeah, hi, my name is Good
Yeah.
evening. So currently, I'm working as a data engineer in
Mm-hmm.
Wipro.
Okay.
So that is Azure data engineer. Now, like if I'll go with this Azure DevOps engineer, so
Hmm.
how this course is gonna help me, and like which sort of roles and responsibility and the opportunity I'm going to get in my future.
Okay. So you are a data engineer already. So you know already about the ETL process, and you know already
Yes,
about the,
yes.
yes. Okay. You know already about the this one like data bricks and data lakes also, right?
Data lakes and data bricks also, correct.
Yes. So, and you also know about the data flows and data pipelines. For example,
Yes, yes.
so this side you have a database or data lakes and all the clusters this side, and you have an application code this side, and you want to be move the data to this side. So you can build the pipelines. This is how the data flows, data flow pipelines. These pipelines are going to done with the data engineering also and ADF engineers we call right now, like Azure Data Factory engineers, who's also coming to the DevOps. So previously, so this job is separate job to a DevOps engineer. Actually, if you take 2 years back exactly, so they're going to hire ADF candidates separately and DevOps candidates separately. But what happening on the Azure? So if the project is have completely adapted to the Azure family, so they want to give you the responsibilities on DevOps point of view and data engineering point of view in order to move this data flow. So if you are
Okay.
already data engineer and if you get to know about the Azure DevOps also, at what all services are available, at somewhat about the Azure, like how the key vault will work, how the app services will work, and how the pipelines with CI pipeline to these pipelines will work, how the principles work, how the service functions will work, how you can move this data from the one cluster to another cluster also, and one to another destination also from the Azure portal to the DevOps and data lake side. So it is you can actually demand more in itself in your company that they're going to save a resource money. So you can actually more money for package. This is how you'll get a reward and impression, and you can create new automations. So right now, most of the projects who are on the Azure family, so they don't want to hire a candidate separately for DevOps and separately for data in ADF. So they want one guy to be do this two. responsibilities. So for you, it's a best choice going with the, if you're already on the Azure data engineering, go with the Azure DevOps. Even you want to more into DevOps point of view, like if you're bored at data engineering side also. Data engineering not only at the Azure, data engineering also at the AWS, data engineering also at IBM with the BigQuery and all. So you can also go with this program. Here you'll get to know more about how the CI/CD will work, how migrations will work, how an app data is deploying into the actual server, and how that is going to communicate with the databases, and how the data driven in between. These more operational things. So this is going to help you more to understand your project, and you can
Because
also.
my
Hmm.
sorry to interrupt you. Like my concern is like as I'm from Azure, though the cloud is same, only the terminology is different. That I know. But as I'm from Azure, and currently if I'll start here from AWS DevOps, so will I be able to, I mean, understand the things or the flow? That is my concern. Rest everything is fine.
Yeah, you understand actually. So basically, you will understand about the pipelines and the storage structures, and the connectivities and the operational things. So from the application point of view, you are more into the data point of view. But if you
Yes, currently
here,
I'm.
yes. So if you're in this program, you will understand more into from the application point of view, how the application will behave, how many types of applications are there, how we are going to deploy into the server, and then how this application going to connect to the data set. From that, you are going to, but before that, so there's a lot of things in the front side, like application point of view. So this is you're going to completely understand. So you'll get more knowledge stuff if you enroll this program in in combination of your data driven side also, and as well as from application point of view, in between the pipeline CI/CD completely in automated manner.
So, like, interviewer are going to ask questions from the data perspective. Also, if I'm going to apply as a AWS DevOps engineer, because as you have mentioned, like in Azure case,
Hmm.
um, let's say if I'm going for, let's say, whomsoever, because in my current company, I saw that candidates are applying for Azure DevOps.
Mhm.
So the interviewer assumption is that they know about the data side as well, along with the application side. So in AWS, will this be a same case? If it is, then I have to start from the scratch. I mean, data, then apps.
If
Then there will be
uh,
a challenging part. That's why I'm
I want
asking.
to ask you, you want to apply for AWS side, data engineering side, or you want to apply like AWS DevOps engineer?
No, DevOps. If I'll enroll for this course, then the DevOps will
No,
be the only field
no
that I
need.
want to apply.
90% no need, because on Azure side only, they're expecting candidates should be know about the ADF. That's what I'm telling. The AWS side, yes, it's separate actually. You can help the people with the AWS Glue or Kinsys and the data pipelines, and with the RDS, DynamoDB, Redshift, other services are many services are there. But we are not going to work until and unless project is needed. If they tell to learners, okay. So, but most of the point, ETL engineers are going to taking care of this thing.
Got your point. And what about the package point? Like, if I'll ask the question, like in regards to package point of view, because you have already mentioned that this skill is in high demand. So
Mhm.
I hope that package will not be a constraint if I'll apply for this role.
No, no. So if you're holding 5 years of experience, so from your voice, I can sense that yes. And if you're having at least a 15 plus package, yes, they're happy to give you around 25 also, in between 15 to 25 range. And if you're already having 20 to 23, on top of it, they are going to give you more also, like almost 28, like that. So, but you have to prove yourself in the interview, because if why they're paying for your skill only. You have to prove that.
Okay, so that thing I'm gonna learn in this course, right?
Yeah, yeah. You can ask how you
Okay.
can negotiate your package, like according to the job description. We'll get to know according to the interview also. In some cases, right now, they're just interviewing. They're even not having a bother about the budget. Sometimes HRs are telling that yes, it's in the budget, we'll give you. Just attend the interview.
Okay, understood. Thank you so
My name is
much for clearing my doubt.
Yeah,
so my
thank
name is
you.
Arun. I have two questions. One is what's the fee for the course, and the second one would be how much time do apart from attending the classes, how much
Mhm.
time do I require on a daily basis for practicing what I learned?
So it is 60 days program. So it will be going to be 70 days actually, with including all your extra classes and all. And every day, 1 hour to 1.5 hour, it will be go the class in a week of 5 days. And sometimes I'll be going to take Saturdays also in order to cover more subject. So that day, I'll take the confirmation from all of the student and we'll conduct a class like 2 hours like that to do some projects. And 70 days is mandatory. And every day, 1 hour to 1.5 hour the class. And coming to fee structure, we can coordinate with the admin. So they'll tell you everything about the fee structure.
Now, I was very impressed with how you described how you led the class today. Um, can you also tell me about um, any recommended resources that I will have to use apart from the whatever I hear in the classes?
Like, so you want to practice any prerequisites before starting this program?
Yeah,
And
like
for
are there
that,
any specific assignments or there are some reading material available in the market that I should do? It'll be great if I can do some self study on my own as I'm doing my classes to complement my classes. So, do you have any recommendations for that?
I have many, but it is again for those recommendations who are having already knowledge. So if you're a beginner, we have to start from the basics. So first you have to start basic of networking. What is
Okay.
IP address? Yes, what is IP address? What is operating system and all. So this material everywhere available on the internet. So there are multiple documents available like from Medium and from other articles. You can read out them. So, but coming to this program, uh, I will be teaching you from the basic to the advanced in from the networking point of view also. From IP
Right.
address to the everything, I'll be going to teach you. But before that, if you read already, it is easy to understand you what I'm teaching here. So it will be very easy to you to understand.
Thank you.
Hi, sir.
Yeah.
Good evening.
Yeah. Good evening.
So I want to ask which kind of project we will cover in the training. Like, can you explain?
Sure. So we'll be covering mono, monolithic projects and microservices projects. First application types and tiering applications like two and three tier applications. And also we will be going to cover different type of projects by using DevOps method with GitHub Actions and GitLab CI/CD and with Jenkins also with Helm, Kubernetes and Argo C, Terraform. With the Terraform, we'll be going to build an infrastructure which Terraform also do CI/CD for our application also into Kubernetes and we'll be going to do a continuous delivery with our Argo C. which is modern DevOps completely. Okay, so these kind of projects we'll be going to implement in this program.
Is this project will be industry level
Dynamic.
or?
Yes, it's a dynamic. Dynamic means if you see this application, how this application is moving, giving, and if I give email address and all, how it is going to store in my database. I will see your information also in database, what information you have given. So all this kind of, this is a dynamic application. Same like this dynamic application we are going to deploy.
Okay.
Yeah, I have one more question. Let's say generally what happened that during training, like we learn so many things, but when
Mhm,
we go to apply for the job,
mhm,
that time we come to know that no, like these things we have missed, we haven't learned. So and then sometimes like that creates a lot of the issues for the candidate to appear for the interview. So my concern is like, let's say whomsoever is going to complete this course, after that, like as we have already mentioned that the project will be on industry level. So let's
mhm,
say if I'm going to apply for any interview,
mhm.
so at that time will I come across with some like something which I'm not aware of, or the whatever thing which is going to cover in this course, that is on the base of industry standard, and everything is going to cover in the project. So that's I wanted to know if you can help me out.
Sure, sure. So what I have saying here, it's completely a real-time industry standard projects, which each and every module and process will be going to involve in. And you'll get to know more deep subject from me because since I have a lot of project deployed with my hands, so you'll get to know more. And if something I have not covered and you listened on the interview and you're not able to get or extract the information yourself, you happily welcome come back, ask, you can arrange a call with your coordinator, admin. So you can ask me. And we'll going to help you in interview process. I will be giving you a bundle of interview questions, bundle of repetitive interview questions after this program, which you can read out and gunshot questions in the interviews with scenario based also. So what will be the scenario every interview repetitively asked, and what will be the new logic they are applying? In that cases also, I will be giving you the questions. On it, you can read out gunshot, and so we will help you in resume making. And if you're feeling any fear, yes, we have mock interview sessions also. So we'll tell you how you can follow the tips and tricks to crack the interview.
Got it.
Is
Thank
it?
you so much.
Can we get like maybe one or two good references of previous students who've been successful clearing interviews? I know that you have many,
Mhm.
but if we can speak to them or maybe as a part of your uh, seminar, if you can include like maybe 5 to 10 minutes of their experience sharing, that'd be great because that would give us more confidence into after they studied how were they able to perform.
Yeah, sure. So this information right now I'm not handy with me. You can just ping the admin. They'll help you without.
All right, thank you.
And I have a message from the Kishore. I have a couple of doubts. What is what if there is a gap the career and how there are chances, and do we need any certifications, do we require any software setup in my Windows system, and what can be the course fee? So course fee you can ask to the admin. And coming to your career gap, so I'll say career gap, if you're a fresher or you're already working, if you work for 1 year or 6 months already in one company and later on you worked another company, or right now you are like this, like there's no job. First thing first, you need to check if you are because many DevOps engineers are doing a fake thing, like right. So your EPFO should be very clear. There is no EPFO IDs created on your account after that 1 year. If you're having a gap also, it's good. It's not bad. But in this gap, you shouldn't have any EPFO thing is created because of like fake companies to went with the for fake documents. You should not have that. If not, you are in a safer zone, first thing. And the second thing, so you can actually create this gap. You can say recently any police examinations went, right? Government examinations went. Do research. What is the recent examinations that happened? You can tell them that I have prepared for this government exams, or you can just show some medical emergency, like at your family something has happened. Because of that, I couldn't able to continue my job since my 1 year of job is at Pune or Mumbai. So I couldn't able to continue over there. I have to take care of my family as I'm a single son. So like this, you can create a story and you can update to the HR. If TCS, it is not going to accept you, but other companies are accepting. For TCS also, if you provide medical documents, they'll accept. Accenture and TCS. Other companies are good to believe you if you say the true things. Like you have to act like a this is happened really at my life. That's good. Even some people are there after this 1 year, they want to go with a good package and need to be get the good job. They want to go with a fake. Yes, you can go, but don't tell that consultancy or a candidate to create the PFID. Tell them to do not create a PFID. If they create a PFID, you are into the trouble. Without PFID, you can give a try actually. If people are success, you have a luck like this. Okay? And one more thing, do I need any certifications? Actually, no. In India, certification is having a less priority. Abroad countries, certification is having high priority. In abroad, they will believe like if you did some certifications, you are top, like you are very good at the subject. But it's not like that. In India, it's 15 minutes is enough to identify you and validate you actually. Just 15 minutes. Do you have a knowledge or not? You are a genuine or not? Okay. So here we don't need any certification. We need knowledge in India. Right now, if you see your friends anyone, they might asking you the certification because weightage, because the job description says any certifications. That's it. But that is always secondary. The primary thing is knowledge, the performance, the presenting yourself in the interview is important. And any software need to be installed? Actually, no. Since we are a DevOps and cloud engineers, everything we're going to do on the cloud. Again, course fee, you can ask with your coordinator or admin. Script, shell and Python. Okay, both are good. For learning shell also, Python also, it's good.
Yeah, hi Arjun.
Either or both.
Hi
Uh,
Arjun.
any one of is good actually. If you have a Python, it's very good.
Okay, yeah,
So
hi Arjun.
what we are gonna. So sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah, so go,
I'm
go
Mhm.
so.
ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
Thank you. So which one we are going to cover in this?
We are going to cover Python.
Okay. Thank. Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, thanks. So the similar question I like to ask actually, Arjun. Yeah, this is Rajkumar. So
Mhm.
one of my friend referred yeah, to join your batch. He was a previous he was a student of your batch in the earliest in the previous batch. So he got with the 60% hike uh, on the DevOps side.
Mhm.
So I would like to ask, will you cover the self-scripting in this batch? If yes, how many days will it cover and only basics or any like moderate?
As I said, Python we are going to cover in the automation perspective of the DevOps.
Oh, okay.
Yes, Python will be going to include it here. So previously I
Oh,
used to include
okay.
Shell, but right now in the market, Python is more into DevOps. Like we can automate. If you know Python, Shell is very easy to use actually.
Okay, fine. Thanks.
Yeah.
Sir,
Yeah.
after taking course and completing the project, will we explain our skill is equal to 1 or 2 year experience or just for fresher?
Yeah, no, 3 years of experience you can match with our projects.
Mm,
If you're
okay.
very good at doing practice, uh, I can actually screw you up with a lot of new things. Like I'll give you, if you're two or three people are very interested, you willing to do a projects, I'll give you every day new tasks. You can do them, try for the solutions. So automatically you'll get to know a lot of things when you work hardly on the projects. So that will help you to showcase yourself as a 3 years experience because every area I will be going to touch.
Is this project is individually based or we will work in
Collaborated,
team?
collaborated.
Okay.
So few two projects will be individually. I'll be going to show you, and then uh, there's a one problem actually. Since we are working on the free tier cloud accounts, so it should be it should be completed in 1 day or 2 days. Then the account get blocked. If we like 20-30 people we are into the one account, so it's not free for us. We have to pay and take the license. So in a collaborated manner, I'll be going to give you task and each individual you can deliver those and integratedly that will be a project.
Okay.
Raj here again. Arjun, we are going as a demo classes right now, right? So
Yeah, yeah.
when we are like expect from the regular classes going to start on the
Regular
main
process
topics.
from the Wednesday. It's Wednesday most probably because many people are already IPL is going and few are not joined. So from tomorrow onwards, they are going to join. So Wednesday or Thursday, the regular recording classes will be there. It's regular
Okay,
classes from the scratch.
okay, thank you.
Hi Arjun,
Yeah.
Naneshwari this side. Currently, I'm working in Accenture as a Salesforce developer. But apart
Okay.
from this, I'm also doing some DevOps work. I'm managing the release. I'm doing the release management in my team.
Mm-hmm.
So, will this course be enough to get a job as a DevOps engineer, or if I switch my company after 2 years of experience? So, how much
Mm-hmm.
package I can get, or how much package I can expect from this?
Okay. So you're already working as a release engineer. You most probably know about the how the CI/CD works from your CRM to the
Yeah,
DevOps point of view.
yeah.
Because might it is completely your Salesforce means it is completely an agile process.
Yeah.
Um, So after this course, you'll be advanced actually. You as of now, you know only about the Salesforce and the
Mhm.
connectivity. I think any cloud is connected in your project, doesn't it? Like Azure or AWS with your
Yeah,
CRM.
yeah, Azure. Azure,
Azure
Azure.
is connected. So when Azure is connected, your CD might be happen through the release pipeline from the DevOps portal of Azure. Am I correct?
Yes.
Yes. So that is actually because most of the projects, Salesforce CRM are connected with the Azure DevOps services only. So you are just working as a release manager means at the CRM side only. I don't know
Mm.
you are doing any activities at DevOps services on the Azure cloud. If you are doing, yes, that is very good that you'll know few means some amount of subject, but that is only limited. If in this program, what I'll tell you, I'll also going to touch Azure here. So you'll get to know more about the CI/CD from the versioning to integration, how the integration happens at different programs like React.js, Java, .NET. At three programs, how the building will happen, integration will happen, and it is going to be tested, and how it is going to be delivered, like release into the production side or whatever CRM side. So it will be, this kind of knowledge you'll get completely here in this program into CI/CD. So once you have this knowledge, yes, you're very good to go because you're already having a Salesforce. If you know about the cloud, if you know about the DevOps, so this is going to add you more weightage to your resume and your presentation of your profile also. So with this, you can actually demand. I don't know how much package you have right now, but always
Mhm.
in DevOps market right now, you can demand up to 100%. So right now we have a recent student was got actually 100% right, is having 8 years experience. Previously is working on something like at the development support only. Support in the sense like application support. He's having 12 LPA and right now he got 20 LPA TCS in the recent drive. See, it depends on your experience also and your designation. And designation, are you going to be a B band, C band, D band? According to your experience, they'll take the band, right? The band for that band, they'll allocate some budget. So you are into that budget, yes, always go for it. If sometimes some medium companies are there, medium companies needed a candidate who is having skill, they'll go beyond the budget also. So in that case, you will get more high. So, but generally, like you'll get example I'm telling, you have a 12 LPA package, then with this skill, you can demand up to 18 LPA package. And they'll negotiate up to 15 to 16. It is sure if it is an AMNC. If you're going for the same kind of thing at TCS with less experience, TCS works on the like a budget. They don't have own budget actually. TCS works on some different kind of scenario. So they'll only allocate some budget to some candidates. In that range only, they will close your profile. But coming to other companies, yes, they'll negotiate, they'll provide you the budget and package. Except TCS, I'm telling.
Thank you, Ajay.
Yeah, thank you. Anyone else want to ask anything more?
Hello, sir. It's Yogesh here.
Yeah, I wish.
I joined a little bit late. So I just want to know what will be the duration of the batch?
It's 60 to 70 days.
Okay, you mean to 60 to 70 lectures?
60 to 70 days, telling. So in this, we don't know how many lectures we're going to cover. It might be a like 65 lectures also, 60 lectures also. Each lecture will be having a 1 hour also, 1.5 hour also, or sometimes 2 hours also. Sometimes on the Saturdays we're going to connect 2.5 hours also. So duration ahead, like we are covering in 60 to 70 days complete this DevOps program. Okay. Don't look for any duration or any, yeah. Someone is speaking.
Any idea about timing?
Timing will be 8 p.m. I can see some should be okay. How many projects we are going to do during this course? So ideally, we'll do 3 projects covering 3 industry standards, and we'll do some small projects also. That is countless. Okay. According to our practice, according to our flow, it's just a minute for me actually to create the projects because every day I do. It's very easy to me. So we'll create a small projects in each and every class also, or after 3 days, 4 days, one topic is completed or one segment is completed. Based on the segment, we'll do a project. So like this, we'll do 3 projects are major projects and other many small projects. Yes, yes. If you have a doubt after this, so you can have a clarity. You can ask your mentor or you can ask me also. Okay. So I hope I have cleared most of your doubts.